Uh, First of all, I want to greet all of you, my people. Be yoga beresa teker yoga aparan yoga somsine. Eka Pascal Amuriat. I am a Teso activist. I am a politician. I belong to the Democratic Front, and I'm the deputy president from Eastern Uganda for the Democratic Front. But today, that is not why we are here. We are here to share ideas. We are here to share issues of Ateker, Teso, and how we can solve some of our challenges. And I am going to try and give an input and discuss a few things, a few ideas, which are in my heart, using my experience as someone who has lived in Teso for quite some time, someone who has grown up there and has seen the life and the issues which are happening, and how we can make our place, Teso land, a better place, the best place to live in, and a place where we can flourish and have a dignified life. And so today, it's important that you understand the context where we are coming from. In Uganda, Teso is ranked among the poorest regions, and being one of the poorest regions, it means also that the quality of life of an ordinary Teso is wanting. It also means that many things are not in shape. And as you may be aware, our education system has gone low. The pride that we have professors and so many other people has gone low. And so we can no longer pride ourselves that we are an epitome of knowledge. Our children and our people are not well educated as they are. We are actually dwindling in terms of that. Our economy has dwindled for some time, for about 40 years or so. It has dwindled. We have very poor individuals, and that probably informs the quality of leadership, the quality of economy that we have. And so we have those challenges as a people. The moral fabric of our people is completely low. The level of dishonesty, the moral fabric has been destroyed in Teso. People are so dishonest, they are unreliable, they do the social indiscipline, the level of drug abuse, the level of alcoholism, the level of sexuality, and other morality issues that have dwindled in our families is a bit challenging. And I can tell you, 80% of our families are dysfunctional in Teso, and since they're dysfunctional, we need to have a conversation around that. And why I'm speaking about this, so that you first understand where we are coming from and the situation which we are in. We are coming from a point, of course, of war and the dysfunction of families, and so many child-led families previously. We are coming from an angle where now people are disoriented, families are disoriented, dysfunctional, and so it's a very complex situation. You have a situation where now we have the previously in Teso, we never had prostitutes. I grew up in Soroti City when there were no prostitutes. I grew up in Soroti City when there were no street children. Now we live in Soroti City with a lot of street children, with a lot of prostitution that is ongoing. This all speak to the situation which is at hand now. And sometimes they say, oh, it comes with urbanization, but this is not the kind of Teso that we would like, of course, but we would like to have a decent Teso, a dignified Teso, a community-led Teso where everybody is cared for by the community. We had ourselves caring for ourselves. So today we want to unpack a few things. Our economy is dwindling, the social fabric is dwindling, and many things are dwindling. I think we need to first fix the software. The software of Teso has gone low, and by software, I mean that the cultural and spiritual heritage has gone low. The value system that we have as a people has gone low, and so we need to fix it. Of course, religious institutions are trying, but they are not sufficient enough. The cultural leaders are trying, but not sufficient enough. We need to rise up and begin to champion the software in our families, in our communities, where the moral fabric is. Why I'm saying the moral fabric is important. You cannot have a dishonest community in terms of business. I've seen farmers put sand in their produce, and this affects our business environment. It affects the kind of investments that we attract. We have seen people who cannot be diligent enough to deliver items if money is sent. We live in a digital economy where people send you money and then you're supposed to deliver items. And so as a community, that fabric alone discourages investment. In modern societies like Japan, where values of honesty, trustworthy, I mean, values that are so intact. In Saudi, where honesty and diligence, I'm told in Saudi you can leave your shop open and go and have prayers and you come back, everything is intact. And so we have communities which have a clear moral fabric, and it explains part of their prosperity. So as a people, we need to fix that software, the moral fabric, and we don't have all the time to discuss how to do so, but we need to fix it. I believe that there are approaches that we have to be deliberate about fixing our moral fabric, fixing our cultural and spiritual heritage, and so that we can move forward as a community. Number two, we need to fix our economy and our priorities. Our forefathers, of course, had cows. Our economy was run by cows, the cow and a cotton economy. And I don't know whether in the current context, the same cows, the cotton zebu can still deliver us out of poverty, whether or not cotton still can deliver us out of poverty. I think our forefathers had that chance. We do not have that chance to do the same things that they did so many years ago. And so what we have to do now, from my understanding, is to review Teso's competitive advantage or comparative advantage, and we see where to strategize. Number one, I know that Teso has a flat land. Our topography is a flat land, with water running from Magoro, pouring into Agu, pouring into Aguara, that Lake Kyoga Benson. We have an opportunity for water. We have an opportunity. We have water actually in abundance. We have a flat land. And these are great opportunities. We have our spiritual, cultural heritage that we can be able to harness. And so, that be the case. Opportunities, because water is available, fishing must be, any opportunity to do commercial fishing is important to deliver our people out of poverty. Any opportunity, if we are looking at sugarcane, as much as I don't support sugarcane because of what is happening in Busoga, maybe we need to rethink about it, but these are opportunities that water creates. The water that we have also still has an opportunity for animal rearing and grazing, not in the aspect of milk. We cannot compete on milk production. We are only competing and have a comparative advantage on meat, beef. If we are rearing for beef, that one is okay, but we can't compete for milk. Milk must be secondary. And so we need to have a conversation around these three items, begin to position our economy, and begin to see that we strategize along these areas. Of course, in contemporary times now, we are driving an agenda of having the perennial crops, coffee. Some are pushing for cocoa. And so we need to think, of course, the global market demand for coffee is increasing day by day. And so in parts of Teso where coffee can grow, not all parts of Teso it can grow, I believe that the part of Teso of Bukedia, Serere, Ngora, Kome, and some parts of Kabramaido and Amuriat can actually enjoy coffee and cocoa. But I'm not sure about Katakwi because of the dryness of the land. I'm not yet sure of those areas that are surrounding Katakwi, some part of Soroti, some part of, and so we cannot be very, very, very sure about that. But we can have a conversation around a clear agenda. I want us to have a clear agenda in terms of economy, so that we don't do everything and try to be everywhere. We can actually process and begin to do certain things in our economy and try to fix it by focusing on these areas. But importantly, there is an advantage that we can attract by reason of getting organized. The digital economy provides us an opportunity. This digital economy can be harnessed because Teso is landlocked. Apart from Uganda being landlocked, we are a transitional region. We are not bordering any country. We are actually bordering neighboring communities. So we need to survive. How do we survive? We need to take advantage of the digital economy. And so as leaders in Teso, the members of parliament elect, and the LC5 elects, and whatever level of leaders, we must drive an agenda which helps us to be competitive in as far as technology, harnessing technology is concerned. We can actually be the technology hub of Uganda, because we need connectivity. Where we don't have connectivity, technology helps us to do so. And so we need technology as much as possible for us to be able to move on as a region, as a people. Connectivity is important. Opportunities for tourism are very important. We have Piano Upe, we have the Bugondo Hills, we have Tisai, and many other beautiful places. Apart from places, we have culture. I'm happy until recently we have an Ajono ATM. Someone has created it in Soroti Nokti. But I mean, creativity around our cultural heritage, our foods are one of the best foods that we have. So if we do not harness this possibility and be deliberate about it, we might not be able to deliver ourselves. So we need to fix the people. I talked about it. Fix that software, because when we have people who are morally upright, people who are committed to hard work, who have virtues, then that's okay. Then we harness our competitive advantage and try to work in alliances with other communities. We can be able to trade with other communities, either within Uganda, but also outside Uganda. And we can do this by one of the pillars that last time we attended a meeting about strategic alliances and diaspora engagement. These are all things that we need to think about as a people, and we need to begin to drive a Teso clear agenda. The last time I was in Buganda, Buganda has a clear cut Sema Songa. They have 5 issues. I think we need to be clear about the 5 issues which we want to deal with as a community, as a people of Teso. Is it about protecting our land rights? Is it about doing anything? All these issues that we need to talk about. And then very lastly that I want to talk about is that we need to have a conversation around natural resources. As long as we do not have a clear share of the Teso minerals, the Teso oil, we need to have a conversation around who gets what where, so that whatever investor is coming into the area, we have a strategic direction of how we can benefit from the minerals. That the minerals are ours. We must be able to have a clear share about them. And so, while it is true we can provide auxiliary services, but it is clear globally that the biggest driver of economic development is natural resources and minerals. And so if we cannot have a clear share of these minerals, then we must also forget about developing as an economy in Teso. And so these are conversations that we need to have as a people, that we need to have as a people of Teso, and so we can get out. Angetakini ngobe aina kina Beroni, our leaders, especially the elite that are here, people who understand what I'm talking about. We must be committed to the Teso agenda. You are first an Teso, and then secondly Ugandan. You must be committed to the struggle of delivering our people. We must not exploit our people. We must be able to enhance their capacity and use our skills and abilities to deliver Teso out of poverty and make it the best place to live in the world. Make it the best place and the best place to live in the world. Thank you so much. Amuriat.